Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective. Happy Friday. It is Oracle Friday. It is Oracle Friday. And I've decided not to do the mirror image thing today. I know it can be handy, especially since we have cards, but I need to get used to it. And it still kind of drives me nuts. So I think when you're so used to doing something one way and then you flip it, literally flip it, it's just a little awkward and odd. So anyways, let's get to the Oracle guidelines, which as usual I had forgotten to pull out. Here they are. The reason I do these is because if I don't, I will ramble all day. So Oracle guidelines. Do not worry where the message is coming from. I only work from a good place. So if you're seeing this, there's a reason you are here. Number 2, do not make a card fit your question if it does not resonate with you. Forcing an outcome or an answer not meant for you can cause unnecessary stress and overthinking. Number 3, I will give you the message I receive and the message from the book because someone took the time to write it and put it together. That being said, when I open up with the Angel Answers cards, I do not read from the book on this one. Occasionally I'll feel drawn to do so, but this is mostly just to wait for people to come in. So I have the Heal Yourself reading cards, the New Orleans Oracle deck, the Romance Angels, and Enchanted Unicorn Oracle, which I love, 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 love. One of my favorite decks. So let's see. Nothing seems to want to come out. Alrighty then. So let's see what we got here. Come on. What do people need to hear? Ooh. The angels are being stubborn today. Yeah, I gotta take this ring off. It's a little tight. Oops. It's alright. Let's see. La 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 la. Come on. Ooh. One felt like it wanted to jump there. So let's see. Oh, there's one. We keep getting that one. So like when I see this one, it's like, can it just happen already? People are probably like, you keep saying that, but every week is different. Whoa. Okay. I need one more. Every week is different. Every week is a new reading. Every week. So this could be for someone else. It could be for something else that you might be asking about. And wow, we have a lot of them today. Usually I go for 5. I think we have like 7. Holy moly. Alright, let's see here. Alright. Let's see. Let's just shuffle these. Alright, just to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, right, there is 7. Okay, I don't know who's doing what, but you're getting a big no. No, 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 no. So I know backwards it looks like on or ion, depending on how you that exclamation mark. But no. Okay. Now here's the thing. Don't, and you know what? That's an emphatic no. I mean, check out the exclamation mark. But the point is that just because it says no, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It might just mean that right now is not the time. Okay. Right now may just not be the timing of whatever it is that you were asking about. But also, if you were asking about something and you were constantly trying to push that envelope and say, but it has to, someone saying no, move on from it. Okay. So, I mean, like, if you're getting the no inside of you, not the indifferent, maybe, or it could happen, it could not happen, I don't know yet, I'm not feeling it. But if you were getting a distinct no in yourself and you were not listening, here's your card. All right, so this is the one I was talking about that flew out. Within the next few weeks. Okay, keep saying that, but within the next few weeks. So you know what though? I don't think we got it. Oh, good. So we didn't get within the next few months, all right, which sometimes we get. So here you go. Sometimes we get the months coupled with the weeks. So maybe just hang in there, all right? Or like I said, if you have a no, and then maybe someone's just saying now is not the right time, but maybe wait a few weeks, okay? So, number 3, your situation will improve. Your situation will improve. Sometimes you have to let go so that whatever is meant for you can come in. So sometimes we hang on so tight to certain things. And like I said, I mean, it's like you asking a very direct question. Should I go in this direction? And your spidey instincts may be telling you no. Everything may be telling you no. People may be telling you no. Your signs may be telling you no. That doesn't mean that whatever the outcome is on the other end isn't meant for you. What it means is that may not be the path for you to take. So just know that your situation will improve when you start listening to your gut and to your heart. Trust. You have to trust that your situation will improve. And you have to trust your heart, and you have to trust your spidey instincts. When you don't trust, you just basically run around in circles. Okay? It's like I don't know. It's like one of those little toy cars, right? Maybe they lose a wheel and all they can do is go in circles. Don't be the toy car. Trust. I get it. Trust is the hardest thing. Trust is so hard sometimes, depending on, how we look at things and how we view things and how sometimes things seem to turn out in life. But you just have to trust. Sometimes that is your biggest obstacle. Like, you might think all these other things are in your way, but your inability to trust is probably the number one obstacle in your way. Be assertive. Be assertive. Maybe you have an idea. Maybe someone's trying to take your idea. Maybe someone's trying to take credit for whatever it is you did. Be assertive. Put yourself in there and be assertive. Just like in Working Girl, right? Movie from the 80s, Melanie Griffith, Harrison Ford, Sigourney Weaver. I love that movie. But one of my favorite scenes, spoiler alert, but hello, this movie's over 30 years old. One of my favorite scenes is when her boss is trying to take credit for what she's thought of, what she's trying to pitch. And, finally she can't come up with any answers, right? So Melanie Griffith's character says, okay, you know what? She basically, traps this guy in the elevator. And she explains everything from top to bottom. She was assertive because she knew that this was her idea, and that if she wanted to move in a certain direction, she had to stand up for herself. She had to stick up for herself and stop letting people walk all over her. So be assertive. It is okay to be a peaceful person and a person who fights for what is right. Okay? That's my new journey now. My latest teachings that I'm learning is Zen warrior principles, where it's like you can be this, kind of peaceful person, but also stand up for what's right. So, that's a good thing to have, because sometimes I think we get trapped, as did I, that, well, no, I have to be this completely peaceful person. I don't want to be that. But sometimes, you know what? You cannot have light without darkness, and you cannot have darkness without light. It's yin and yang, right? They're black and white. So light and dark. So be assertive. Ask for help from others. That's a hard one. That's a hard one for a lot of people. And that can sometimes go along with trust. But sometimes you have to ask for help from others. And there's no shame in it. I think a lot of times, depending, it could be a generational thing, but depending, we're always taught that no, we have to be strong. We have to do things. We have to make it work. We. But here's the thing, we implies more than one, right? So when we think about that, isn't that saying, well, maybe I should ask for help? There's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with delegating work. I think a lot of people, when they rise to a certain position, think that, well, I can't delegate the work because, they expect me to be the one to do this. Well, yeah, but you're in this position now where you can delegate the work and teach other people how to do it. That's not a threat to your job. What it is showing people that you are a good leader, and you are not just, hogging all the work to get all the credit, because that may not be your point at all. But some people might see it that way. But when you work as a team, you show them, hey, you know what? I can work with anybody. I can teach people things, and so on and so forth. So don't be afraid to ask for help from others. And it's not just about work. I'm talking about life too. This whole week was, the subject was about mental health and, the signs, getting people to help, and really kind of the drastic potential if it goes unchecked. So, it's okay to ask for help, and I'm telling you, from a person with a dinged up mental health to all the other ones out there, don't be afraid to reach out. You are not a burden. You are important to people, and they want to be there for you. So just open up and let them, okay? So ask for help from others. And lastly, these are like bookends. Yes. And not just yes, but an emphatic yes. So we started off with no. Oops. Where'd it go? That was not the right card. We started off with no, and we finished with yes. So here, let's turn this into a story, okay? I'm going to put these in order. So, okay, so hold on. No, be assertive. All right. So let's see if we got this. Okay. So if you're feeling like you were in a place of no, maybe you need to rethink whatever it is that you are attempting, wanting to do, or thinking of pursuing. When you do that, be assertive. Be assertive. Put your ideas out there. Put you out there. And more importantly, if you shy away from things, be assertive with yourself. That is the most important thing. Be assertive with yourself. Tell yourself, hey, we can do this. We're important. We matter. Ask for help from others. When you're assertive, you can ask for help from others, and you can say, hey, you know what? I'm thinking about doing this, that, or the other, and I could really use an ear, an idea, some help, or even, sorry. Oh, I don't know what's happening there, but anyways, yeah, asking for help from others can help you to trust, okay? But sometimes these are interchangeable. So sometimes you have to be assertive and trust that you can ask for help from others, or sometimes you have to be assertive, ask for help from others, and trust that they're going to have your best interest, okay? And trust your spidey instincts. Trust your gut. When you do this, your situation will improve. Within the next few weeks, you might have some signs pointing to yes. All right? Oh, I love doing that. So that's exciting. All right. So sometimes when we go through life, we struggle. We struggle, and we struggle with certain things, and we find obstacles in our way. Because of that, I wanted to do the heal yourself cards, because I think a lot of times when we have obstacles in our way, we think, geez, what can I do to move past it, over it, away from it, or whatever, so okay, that was one. I just want to make sure. I always like to shuffle 3 times in case there's something in there, except for the angel answers. I swear those every week, those take forever. All right, I think we only have one this time around. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that's it. One. Oh, look, that one. We're not going to go into that one, but pay attention to signs. So that's your finish up from the angel answers, right? Watch for signs. Signs can be anything, guys. It could be a literal sign, like a literal sign. It could be something you overhear in a conversation. It could be something you hear in a movie, a TV show, music. Maybe a certain song comes on while you're thinking about something. Maybe something someone has said to you. It could be a bird. Signs are everywhere. If you feel like it is a sign, even as simple or crazy or weird as it might seem, if it feels like it's your sign, then it's your sign. Ooh, look at this one. Help from above. Help from above. So, without stepping on other people's beliefs, whoever your higher power is, consider that to be your help from above, okay? So, let's see. Your positive intentions and heartfelt prayers have been heard. So, there you go. Someone is hearing you. You are loved beyond your wildest dreams. Divine beings are working on your behalf to create the perfect circumstances for you to heal and open your heart. There is a higher order and timing to all things. You are being asked to work on your self-worth so that you can receive your greatest good in the form of incredible love, life-transforming opportunities, healing abundance, and divine inspiration. Oh, good morning, Father. Keep asking for higher help and intervention in any area of your life. Then follow your intuition and lower your barriers. Let go of any notions of how divinity will bring your deepest heart's yearning. It may not be in the package you would expect, but it will feel life-altering. Your heart is about to be challenged to open wider than ever before. That may require you to feel some fear and pain. Do not run away from this experience. Take steps forward with faith that your greater good is coming. So again, in the Angel Answers deck, we had trust and asking for help from others. So there is an action on here. Place your hands on your heart. Ask yourself clearly, sorry, my mic is in the way. Ask yourself clearly what you desire. Imagine what it looks like and feels like to have this. Then surround this image with a silver light. Imagine sending this image with the silver light into the middle of the universe. Ask that you receive this image or something much better. So remember, this or something better. Take a moment to reflect on feeling good, like you've already have what you have, have the help that you require. So when we ask for help from above, again, some people may not have a higher power, some people may, but when we ask for help from wherever it is you're asking from, You have to trust it. You really have to trust it. I know that sometimes we hear these cards and say, yeah, yeah, sure, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But that's not trusting, right? That is not trusting. When you find a way to trust, and you know, some people will say that trusting something blindly is wrong. I'm not saying go out there, meet somebody and say, oh yeah, I'm going to give you all the passwords to everything I own, even though I've known you for 2 minutes. No, that is stupid trusting. Trusting blindly means that when you ask for something, when you set an intention, put a prayer out there, try to manifest something, you have to trust with every fiber of your being that this or something better, whatever it is you're asking for, is going to happen. When you sit there and put something out into the universe and say, yeah, well, I doubt it'll happen, then guess what? You just literally put the kibosh on whatever it is you were asking for, because you don't have faith in it. You don't have trust. You're just saying, well, I read a book, someone told me to do this, so here goes, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So when you have that attitude, that's not going to bring things to you. But if you notice, when you're not thinking about certain things and you're just excited and having fun with things, things can happen. Big things can happen. And even small things can happen. You know, maybe a great drive somewhere. Maybe you're going somewhere and, you know, you hit zero traffic and you're like, whoa. But it's because you probably put it out there. Maybe you were thinking, man, I hope I have a good drive out to wherever it is I'm going. Or, you know, I hope it's a chill drive. And you put it out there and you didn't give it any more thought. So the universe said, or your higher power said, okay, I see you. Let's do this. So when you ask for help, whether it's help from above or help from the people around you, trust it, okay? Because you were literally reaching out and asking somebody to help you with something. I mean, how would you feel if somebody asked you to help them with something and then they didn't trust you? Like, oh, hey, can you help me move this super secret, ultra whatever thing? And the person who's your friend would be like, yeah, sure. You know, no questions asked. Okay, no questions asked. You might be curious, yeah. But how would it feel if they're watching you like this, right? They got all eyes on you because they're worried that you're going to peek, right? Remember what happened when, you know, those guys, the Nazis, opened the Ark in Indiana Jones. That did not turn out well. You don't want your face melting off. So when someone tells you don't peek, don't peek. But when you tell someone don't peek, you also need to trust that they're not going to. Okay, so that's kind of a random example, but you know, face melting. I love it. Yeah, they deserved it. But anyways, so we're going to go to the New Orleans Oracle deck now. You may have noticed a little bit of a change. I'm trying not to ramble as much when I do these oracles. I'm really trying to just get to the point and share what I need to share with all of you, because I know sometimes listening to me can be such a, like, oh my God, she's droning on and on and on. I am a Class A rambler, but I'm proud of it. So anyways, come on, New Orleans deck. What we got? What we got? This is one of my favorite decks. It is so colorful and so pretty. It's also very quiet today. So if we don't get something in the next 2 shuffles, I'm going to put it up. That's all you got to do. You got to threaten it. You got to threaten it with saying, oh yeah, well, fine. I don't need you today anyway. Ooh, I don't know who needs to see that, but you're at the end of a cycle, which means whatever it is you're going through that might have been hard or might have been very traumatic or whatever, you were coming to the end of that cycle and you were ready. You were ready to fly. All right. So this card is self-care. And, you know, for anyone that's reading, I know that we've been trying to do the mirror image thing, but today it was just messing with me. So I decided to just, you know, hide backwards. But just for giggles, this is what it would look like. Self-care, baby. But yeah, no giggles today. So anyways, number 12. I do a self-care Wednesday. Well, I was going to say I do a self-care Wednesday every Wednesday. I do self-care every Wednesday on the show. And a lot of people don't realize how important self-care can be. And it's not always just, you know, massages or exercise or eating right. Sometimes self-care, it's up here. Whether you have a dinged up mental health or not, it's up here. Remember what I always say. What you say is what you hear. It's what your brain processes, and it ends up being what you see. So if you're talking negative about yourself, or you're talking negative about all the things around you, that's all you're going to see. You're going to see nothing but negativity. And, but when we have self-care and we take care of everything from head to toe, inside and outside, we start to see, the possibilities that this world can have, not just the negative stuff. Some people like to call me a Pollyanna. They call me Polly Marie sometimes in this one group I used to be in. But it's not because, I don't see the bad things in the world. I do see the bad things in the world. But, sometimes we go through things that challenge us, that sometimes challenge us to stay alive. But we go through things that challenge us. And it's like we can live in a negative place, or we can live in a positive place. We can add something beautiful to this world. That doesn't mean we're not going to lose our shit from time to time. We're human. Come on. Yesterday I got in the car and, oh my God, motherfucker. But, just how it is. But, we're human. But it's not about pretending that we don't see the strange things and the weird things and all this other stuff in the world. But what it is looking at things with compassion and understanding, and try to understand where people are coming from with all of these things. And believe it or not, that can really help with self-care, because we take care of our hearts, we take care of our soul, we take care of our mind, we take care of the icky things that come up and make us feel horrible. Like I said this week, don't run from your pain, run at it. Don't run from your fear, run at it. Because if you keep running, it's just like a horror movie. You're going to trip over a branch, and that fool is going to catch you, and you're going to die. Well, maybe not literally, but you know what I mean. You're going to lose the upper hand, which is exactly what I was saying before. If you run from your fear, or you run from your pain, you are going to lose the upper hand. When you run at it, you probably have a better chance. Okay, because we're not Jason Voorhees is not your fear or your pain, all right? But what I'm saying is that when you have that pain and that fear, and you run at it, you're saying, you know what? I'm going to win this. This is my journey. This is my pain. This is my fear, and I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Good morning, baby sibling. I think I saw older sibling on here too somewhere. But whoa, look at that! I got the fam on. Got the older sibling, the baby sibling, and the father. So it's like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. But anyway, self-care. It is time to put your focus on taking care of yourself in the most basic ways. Pampering yourself with a long bath, taking extra care about the food you put into your body, getting enough rest, and simply taking time for yourself is recommended right now. You are close to running on empty, and it is taking a toll on you more than you realize. I feel like somebody just popped in at the right moment for this card. You know who you are, baby sibling. Was that rude, calling her out like that? But anyways, you're close to running on empty, and it is taking a toll on you more than you realize. Sometimes self-care can be as simple as learning when to say yes or no at the right moment based on how you feel. Take this time to care for yourself and notice how quickly things start to fall into place in a much more effortless way. Ta-da! All right, moving on. So I know, look how fast this is going. We've gone through 3 decks already, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet. But I have to tell you, excuse the nose running. All morning, nothing. The minute I hit play, or the minute I hit go live, it's like whoosh, it's like everything, just all the faucets open up. So I'm very proud of you for getting out of town in 2 weeks. So I know, I'm excited for her. That'll be some good self-care time and some good relaxation. Remember, what was it? Was it The Princess Bride? West and Wee-Waxation. Oh no, that was a Looney Tunes. Sorry, that was Daffy Duck. Whoops. So, but same kind of speech like when the Princess Bride was about to get married. So anyway, I know this is like a movie thing. Maybe my father inspires it when he comes on. All these movies just pop into my head. What did we had? The Raiders of the Lost Ark and the face melting, Jason Voorhees chasing people, Princess Bride, Looney Tunes. Can't wait to see what I come up with next. Oh, well, we're in the love deck, so let's see if we can get a movie in there from romance. Anyways, all right, what do people need to hear? What do people... Okay, so you know what? While I'm shuffling and shuffling forever, I want people to remember, when it comes to the romance decks, this has like a whole different set of rules. This rule number 2 really does apply to this. Do not try to make a card fit your situation. If it tingles a little bit in you, if it resonates a little bit in you, let it happen. Let it flow. Let it build. Let it do whatever it needs to do, like planting a seed, right? It's like growing your own personal garden. But don't try to make it fit. You know, maybe you met someone 2 days ago and you're like, oh, is this the love of my life? And then it might say no, right? It might say, well, but you never know. So just be chill, okay? These are guidance cards. These are not telling you, you know, what's going to happen to you tomorrow. It could. It's very possible that, you know, they are oracle cards, right? And the oracles of the old days. Ooh, like the movie 300 when they went to the top of the mountain to see the oracles. See, there's another movie. So, anyways, I can't imagine we only have one romance card. There we go. All right. I knew there was another one in there. So, the first one that popped out was... worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay, forgive me because I know my father's on, but fuck you, divine timing. All right, I know baby sibling will get a kick out of that one because, you know, her and I have talked about this a lot when it comes to my life. But I know it is probably not proper for the oracle reader to be cynical. But all right, so I'm going to dive into my own experience. Whoever it is you're waiting for, apparently they're worth it. So, I know it's all bitchy about that, aren't I? Apparently they're worth it. No, but seriously, whoever it is, see, she just replied with all the emojis. All right. Apparently I'm sorry, not apparently. Whoever it is you're waiting for, they are worth it. No matter how many years or decades you are waiting for them, okay? Whoever your soulmate is, they will find you and they are worth it. And divine timing is at work in your life. So to all the winged ones and their divine timing, I would just like to remind them that your time is not our time. Your time moves much slower on the other side. All right? This is Oracle Friday. This is where all my beliefs get set out on the table. All the things that I've learned, all the things that have been messaged to me and told to me. And, you know, and yeah, so this is the metaphysical hour. But yeah, so sorry. I didn't want to do the Romance Angel deck today, but something said, hey, go for it. It'll be fun. It'll be great. But yeah, you know what? Honestly, though, whoever it is you're waiting for, I am sure 1000% that they are worth waiting for. That they are, you know, and it could, you know, I mean, this is the romance deck, so you're kind of focusing in on the romance, but, you know, no matter what it is, there's, I'm really struggling with this one. Just know that divine timing is at work. Okay, and I know it can be hard. I know it can feel like you were waiting forever and ever and ever and ever, but, just hang in there. All right. So I'm just going to read this because now I'm just rambling. Your soulmate relationship requires patience, as there are many factors involved. Your soulmate's free will choices are beyond your angels beyond your or the angels' control, as is the readiness of both of you for true love. This card comes to you as a reminder that this relationship is worth waiting for. Divine timing is a universal law that is always in operation. It is the flow of everything. If we try to impose our human will and force things to happen, we become out of sync with the nature and experience blockages. Similarly, if we fret, when will I meet my soulmate, we put worry energy out into the universe. I feel like I'm being scolded right now. The romance angels have heard and answered your prayers for a soulmate, and they are working behind the scenes to bring this to you. Your role is to listen to follow your intuition, even if it seems unrelated to your desire. Your intuition is like a guide dog leading you along the path of answered prayers. Follow your intuition and trust in the timing of the relationship. You know what was funny when I was reading that last paragraph? You know what I thought of? I thought of Pete's Dragon. So I don't know if anyone's seen the original one. The original one with like Helen Reddy and yeah, whoever else was in that movie. But I know, well, she sang the great song, right? Candle on the Water. But here's the thing. Remember the scene where she's looking from the lighthouse for her lost love, right? And we don't know where he is. And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I had a shipwreck and I lost my memory, and all of a sudden something just poofed me out of bed. Yeah, I need a Pete's Dragon. I need an Elliot. No, wait. Yeah, Elliot was the dragon, right? God, I really got to rewatch that movie. But yeah, remember? So, hello. Whoever our soulmates are out there, please knock some sense into them. But, God, I know I'm so mean. I'm so mean. I'm sorry. I mean, this baby me doing this deck is meant for me to be less cynical. I mean, you know, I'm putting out the wrong energy. I mean, didn't it say it right there? Similarly, when we fret, when will I meet my soulmate? We put worry energy out into the universe. I'm just putting angry energy out into the universe. Like, hello, how much older do I have to be before somebody pops into my life? Maybe my cats are my soulmates. I don't know. Anyways, the next card, let your friends help you. You know what? Something just prompted me to look at the very bottom. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. So something prompted me to pick out the deck and pull whatever card was on the bottom, right? True love. This is the romance of a lifetime, which apparently is worth waiting for, right? Your romance of a lifetime is worth waiting for. But it also says, let your friends help you. So let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. We had this in the Angel Answers deck. Okay, we had this in the Angel Answers deck when it says, basically don't be afraid to, or, ask others for help, right? So let me see if I can find that one again. It was pretty, I feel like all these cards today are really kind of, speaking to one another. So it was, ask for help from others, trust, and your situation will improve. So maybe what we need to do is every time we're feeling low or feeling sad or we're feeling like nobody's paying attention, maybe what we need to do is ask our friends to help us, help us maintain that, that level of thinking, so we don't go off the handle or have someone say to us when we're all, man, when is this ever going to happen? You know what? When you ask that, all you're doing is putting negative energy out into the world. Now, in order to reel back that energy before it gets too far away from you, just remember this saying: I do not wish to manifest this into reality. So if you're fretting and you're like, whoa, wait, I didn't mean to put that out there, just say, I do not wish to manifest this into reality. And you're going to backtrack that energy and then put out the right energy, saying, you know what, I don't know who you are out there, but apparently you're worth but you are worth waiting for. Sorry, did it again. So anyways, I feel like I'm getting a lot of eye rolls from my live viewers right now, but they all know me. So anyways, I'll get to the true love card last, because that's the one that was at the bottom that I was drawn to pull. And I swear to you, I did not see it before. So someone's speaking to me, someone's speaking to all of us, whoever is sitting there going, oh, but Shelly, what is happening? I know, I feel you. I do. I feel you. But just remember the one thing: if you rush something that's not meant to happen in that moment, it's probably not going to end well. For myself, for a long time, I was, you spend all this time looking for somebody and wanting to be with someone. But I'll be honest with you, it's only been in the last year that I really feel that I'm in a place where I can function at a high level in a relationship, where I don't lose myself and just, become whoever they want me to be. Successful relationships are when people remain themselves. There might be parts of them that intermingle, that, coexist perfectly together because they allow each other to be who they are meant to be. My parents were married for a bazillion years, right? Like a bazillion years, and they got married young. but they learned to grow together, but they still remained their individual people. They still remained true to who they were, or that's just me and my observations. So, my father being on here, I'm assuming that I'm mostly right in that. But I mean, and they're both strong personalities. But I mean, come on, a Scorpio and Aquarian. Whew, I survived my childhood. No, I'm kidding. I love my parents. My parents were awesome. I mean, I have no complaints. I know that there's times when I talk about shortcomings in relationships with my mom, but that wasn't a direct thought on how I was raised, because I was raised with love, I was raised with strength, and I was raised to learn to be kind to everybody, no matter who they are, no matter what they look like, and just be compassionate and to show respect and understanding. So, hey, kudos to my parents. Hey, everybody's gotten a shout out this week. So, but anyways, let your friends help you. So sometimes, since ask for and accept support from others, like I said, sometimes they can be, very instrumental in keeping you on the path that you need to be on, that keeping you on, the straight and narrow, so that you don't lose whatever footing that you don't lose your footing in whatever path that you're on. Because, friends and family and people that you really trust and have your back are there to keep you in line. And I don't mean in line like, with a ruler, but I mean, they're meant to keep you in a good place. They're meant to keep you in a happy place, so that you can continue to build these beautiful vibes and send the right things out into the universe. So the romance angels are helping you via other people to the degree that you'll allow this assistance to occur. This card indicates that you need to be more willing to ask for guidance, especially within the context of your love life. For instance, discuss your feelings, hopes, and dreams. Then, allow others to help you. Perhaps they'll offer support, give advice, or even know of a potential partner among their acquaintances. This card is a signal that you'd benefit from spending quality time with your friends. If you're currently in a relationship, you'll get renewed enthusiasm by having regular outings with good friends. If you're single, then spending time with these special people will get you out of the house and bring in fresh energy. Your friends may also introduce you to a wonderful romantic partner. So see, anything can happen if you let it. So now I've moved from movies onto stage. That was from the Mary Poppins play. That was a song. It was a great song. Anything can happen if you let it. And I know a lot of people don't believe that. I know a lot of people don't believe in the law of attraction. I know a lot of people don't believe in prayer or manifestation or intentions, but they are real. They are real. And energy will match your energy. So if you're constantly putting out a negative energy, you're constantly going to be faced with negative things. If you put out a positive energy, you will be faced with positive things. So, lastly, true love. That's from The Princess Bride. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, they seriously need a little trumpeter in the background, not just a little Cupid hanging around in the back. But true love. I do believe in true love. I believe in soulmates. I believe in all these things. And whatever the reason that mine is taking forever to get to me, it's okay. I've had a lot of work I needed to do. I've done a lot of that work in the last 3 years. And, here's the thing. I know that when we reach a certain age, people think, it probably won't happen for me now because I'm old. No, you know what? Older siblings' dad met his second wife when they were in their 60s, okay? Now, granted, it was a second marriage for both. She was a widow and he was a divorcee. But, or divorce. Yeah, I don't know what you would call a man, but he was divorced. And, and not only that, she was 8 years older than he was. But they found each other, and there was a little bit of a sketchy time between his divorce and finding her. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. But, and this is all before me. This is all before Laura and Shelley became siblings, became soul sisters. But, you never know what's going to happen, and maybe marriage isn't in the cards for other people, but when you lean in towards other people, you can find great travel partners. I have a friend who had a girlfriend and they broke up because they realized they're better off as friends, but boy, they're travel companions and they do great together. You know, they know each other's quirks, they know how to deal with one another, and they're just, they just travel, and there's nothing, it's completely platonic. But love isn't always about a physical attraction. Love isn't always about a soulmate attraction. Love is sometimes just what you share with people who are your friends, who are your family, who are the people that you love and love to hang out with and love to be around. So true love, again, isn't always about romance. Sometimes true love is just, loving and caring about the people that are around you. But in this case, we are talking about romance. So you pulled this card because true and lasting love is here for you. If you're, okay, so you know what? This is interesting. You know what card just popped into my head? Within a few weeks. So some of you out there, boom. Some of you out there, keep your hearts open, keep your minds open, keep your trust open, and just go with the flow and see what happens. Okay, because literally the card from this deck popped into my head and it was within a few weeks. So you pulled this card because true and lasting love is here for you. If your question was about a specific person, then this card serves as validation of the relationship's divine nature. This individual has genuine love for you, and you both can overcome the issues that arise. This is especially the case if you can express your feelings through attributes such as kindness, compassion, and courtesy toward each other. For instance, having honest conversations would be an expression of your true love, even if it involves discussing uncomfortable topics. If you're currently seeking a relationship, this card offers you assurance that true love is on its way. Keep the faith that a wonderful relationship is destined to come to you, and don't compromise with an unsuitable partner. Do not settle, okay? I settled a few times. Do not settle. Do not settle. Do not settle because you feel like you can't be alone. I have been alone so long that I'm pretty sure my singlehood is legally able to drink by now. So, but the point is when we don't settle, we're opening the opportunity for that right person to come in. Okay, so it is essential that you treat yourself well by taking excellent care of yourself, for the foundation of a true love relationship is two people who cherish who they are. If you meet someone, just be yourself. Just if they're gonna like you, you want them to like you. If they're meant for you, they're gonna like you. No matter what. You could tell them the sky is black. Well, it is at night. You could tell them the sky is green, okay, or pink. And they won't care. And they, you could be as serious as, the color of your eyes are real. And just say, no, the sky is pink. But they'll be like, okay, sure, why not? I'll try to see it your way. That's a person looking at the world through rose-colored glasses, maybe. That's why the sky is pink. But the point is, not the best example, but the point is that when you go into something, whether it's a friendship or whether it's a relationship or even just a date, go into it being yourself. Be bubbly. Don't eat the salad. Eat a freaking meal when you're with somebody. Okay, if you're having coffee, have the coffee you like. Don't sit there and go, oh, that's what they're having, I'll have it too, so they'd like me. No, just be yourself. You want the person who falls in love with you to fall in love with you, not someone you think they want you to be. I feel, I can honestly say, I know I've been in love several times. One of them I thought was my soulmate. Turned out they were not. But it was the last one too. Really did think that. But when they met me, I was just me. I was just I was kind of in damsel in distress mode sometimes, and I did not want to be alone. I didn't know how to be alone. But they got to know me. But over the time, I changed. I didn't stand up for the things I believed in. I just said, well, okay, that makes them unhappy, so I'll stop doing it. But I wasn't being true to myself. I was settling. I was doing whatever it is they wanted me to do, so they were always happy. And by that, I sacrificed my own happiness. We should not sacrifice our own happiness for other people's happiness. Okay? If you're going to be in a successful relationship, both of you have to be happy. Both of you have to be coming from a good place. Both of you have to be in a place where you see one another. And yeah, you're going to have obstacles. You're going to have hurdles that you're probably going to have to jump over. But you know what? It's all right. Because you'll do it together. You have to grow together. You know, it's like I said with my parents. My parents met, they fell in love, they got married. And because they were young, they grew together, but they also remained their individual selves. And I think for me, all my life, I was looking for something like what they had without realizing that no two relationships are the same. They may seem similar, but they're not. They're not. Everything is different. The way people come at things are different. You know, I mean, hey, like any couple, they had their moments, but they always found their way back to each other. And that's because they learned how to grow with one another. They learned what subjects probably should not be talked about. And they learned about what subjects they could talk about without, you know, throwing one another out the window. But, you know, I know, I do. I know people probably think, oh God, you probably grew up with rose-colored glasses on. I did not. I always say this to people, that I am very grateful for the parents I had. I have and had. One's still alive. Because, you know, I don't know. I can't express it. I see a lot of people who struggle with their own families, with their own parents. And I look back at my childhood and I think, wow, everything I wanted, you know, what do you want to do for your birthday? I want to go to Disneyland. Okay. You know, what do you want to do for your birthday? I want to go to Disneyland. Forget my friends. I just wanted to go to Disneyland. But we'll do something fun. But it was, you know, I grew up in a very loving home. You know, a very normal home, I guess. I guess normal is what you can call it. You know, the nuclear home. Didn't have a pet. Didn't have a sibling. But it was the three of us. And it was always the three of us. And maybe that kind of upended me in a way, because I feel like that's always what I was looking for. Someone that I could be myself with, but also, you know, grow with. So maybe that's sometimes what we need to look for, is whatever is best for us. So when it comes to true love, just trust it. Trust that all the right things are going to happen for you. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. Well, it does matter how young you are. Do not go to jail for somebody, okay? Seriously. What's wrong with people? This is not a... Never mind, I'm not going to say that because that's terrible. Anyways, yeah. Just... And you know, if you are young, please wait until you're old enough to have a family. That's all I got to say about that. Wait until you're old enough, alright? Sex isn't everything. You know, it's a lot. But it's not everything. Relationships aren't based on sex. And if they are, they may or may not last. Okay? Relationships are based on two people coming together, learning about each other, loving whatever weird things about each other, and then also growing together. It's not always about the physical attraction. The physical attraction's good. And when you get to the intimate parts of that relationship, that's good too. That's always helpful. You know, you're connecting literally in, you know, you're connecting in a very, very special way. But it's not necessarily love. Sex is not love. Love is two people coming together and becoming one with their energy, with their soul, with the way they think about things, the way they are able to sit there and have debates and discussions and, you know, just grow together. Intimacy is just, it's an integral part. It's an integral part of a relationship, and it's a very good part of a relationship, but it's not everything. So, you know, just hold on to it as long as you can. Seriously. I speak from experience. I thought sex was love. You know, and that's a little personal and probably something to be saved for the Monday through Thursday talks. But, you know, when it comes to stuff like that, I just want people to know that. You know, intimacy is very, it's very precious and it's very personal. So, you know, I mean, hey, you do you. But all I'm saying is if you're very, very young, just wait a little bit, okay? Wait until you're mature. Well, which could be my problem because I'm still not sure I'm totally mature. Oh, okay. I have to put that card back in there. I've had that card out for a couple of weeks. The Blossom card. I love the Blossom card. Ooh, we got one. Of course, that's the one that comes out. Oh, especially on the heels of what I was just talking about. Wow. Got a lot. All right. I'm going to pound away on here. So, Union. That's the first one that came out. Soulmates and friendships. Good Lord, someone's trying to drive this point home today. So, the union, soulmates and friendships. And this is I am not sure what kind of flower this is. So, let's pop in the book and check it out. Now, this is the Unicorn Magic deck. So, there are little magical practices that you can do with this. It is a cornflower. Oh, it's a cornflower. I should have known by the color, like the crayon box. The union unicorn appears when your close relationships need more attention. It can indicate the need for greater harmony in partnerships and friendships that may have been neglected through busyness and inattention. Relationships are one of our greatest teachers in life. They are full of love, pain, sorrow, and joy. Strong relationships with friends and family are important and need to be given plenty of time and energy. Relationships act as a conduit between our physical world and the higher realms and are absolutely essential for our overall health and well-being. Healthy relationships are positive, honest, supportive, caring, and full of freedom and creativity. A good relationship is one in which you can be yourself and be completely honest without fear of reprimand or withdrawal of affection. Start paying attention to your closest relationships and check if you are giving them the care and consideration they truly deserve. I love this because literally it explained so much better what I was just trying to say. So remember this part. A good relationship. Now this is whether it's romantic or a family relationship or a friendship. A good relationship is one in which you can be yourself and be completely honest without fear of reprimand or withdrawal of affection. So, take a peek at some of your relationships and make sure that they are up to par and make sure that they're running smoothly and make sure you are adding to it to make it run smoothly. Relationships don't just fall apart, whether it's a friendship, a family relationship, or again, a romantic relationship. That's a two-party thing. Okay. So, just be yourself. So heal your relationship spell. 1 blue candle, clary sage essential oil, and a piece of paper. Anoint the candle with clary sage essential oil and light it. Write your name and the other person's name on the piece of paper, and once the candle is burned down a little, drop the clary sage infused wax onto both your names. Ask your guides and angels for healing and harmony within the relationship, and imagine yourself surrounded by a beautiful blue light. Wrap the cornflowers in the paper, bury the package in the garden, and know that your relationship will strengthen or change for the better. So, it says wrap the cornflowers in the paper, but it doesn't say anything about cornflowers in the thing. So, a blue candle, apparently some cornflowers, and clary sage essential oils on a piece of paper. So, flowerful, sweet and gentle power. Flowerful. Let's see. I'm just going to read these because they're so long. This is a barrage. A barrage is a star flower because of its 5 distinctive points. This unicorn appears when the time is right to fight an unjust situation. Do not turn a blind eye or let something unfair happen because you've been led to believe that's just the way things are. This situation requires action. However, Flowerful does not condone violence or bitterness or the need to be right at any cost. It means using your words to negotiate tricky situations. It means respect and kindness and working at an energetic level to produce the best outcome for everyone. This unicorn encourages speaking up when you or others have been treated unjustly. Life isn't always fair, but being treated with prejudice can leave people feeling undervalued, unimportant, and as if they don't matter. This card appears when you can do something about this mistreatment instead of just accepting it as a part of life. Your actions can stop unfair behavior from happening again. Your bravery may even set a precedent to ensure fairness, equality, and inclusiveness in an organization or business. The key words for this card are kindness, respect, loyalty, and honesty. Always choose these qualities above all others when dealing with unfairness. Use your power in a sweet and gentle way to resolve conflict. Be rational, factual, and calm when stating your case, and be persistent. Ask your guides and angels for advice on the best way to handle an unfair or unjust situation, and be assured that help is on its way. You know who I find to be the most kind of, I don't know, almost like what I think would be the best mediators in the world are Pisces. So my bestie is literally on the cusp. So he's technically an Aries, but for as long as I've known him since high school, he always tries to find a solution. And I really feel like he embodies more of the Pisces aspect than he does the Aries aspect. Sometimes he can be a total Aries, but he really does embody a lot of the Pisces aspect. They're kind of they're a water sign, so they're very fluid. Go with the flow, but they're also the last sign of the zodiac. So if you follow some beliefs, the Aries is the new soul, and everybody lives all 12 signs. And by the time you get to Pisces, you've gathered all these lives that you've had, right? And you're just kind of like, oh, you're just this person who sees the world through a different perspective. Now, that may not be all Pisces, but there are a lot of Pisces who really kind of embody these things, and who do try to right the wrongs in the world, who do go out there and try to make the world a better place, and we can learn from them. But you don't have to be a Pisces to be that. I'm a Capricorn. I like to feel that I'm right in there trying to do it, but the difference between me and a Pisces is I knee-jerk sometimes. And that's where this card is talking about. It's not about, being terse all the time. Sometimes you have to take a step back and just look at the situation and figure out how you need to deal with it. Are the angry words going to help? Are the belittling words going to help? Is, fighting over it going to help? Throwing punches or throwing fisticuffs? No, probably not. But when you take a step back and you look at the situation and you look at it and think, what can I do to add this in a peaceful way? I get called a hippie a lot for that, but I'm a flower child, damn it. But maybe they were onto something. Maybe they were onto something. Maybe that's why they didn't last that long, because people didn't take them seriously enough. I mean, they're still out there. I mean, come on, people call other people hippies all the time. But when we stop and think about it, think about what they embodied. They embodied peace and love. Peace and love, kindness, understanding, compassion. The hippies were a little more political. So this is the thing. And I've gotten this from my own in-home flower child. She's across the room in her bedroom. Flower children were, just make love, not war, right? Peace, compassion, this, that, and all the wonderful attributes of kindness. And the hippies were the same, but they were political. Okay, they were activists. They were the ones who went out there and had the signs and said no, So maybe they didn't make their move at the right time. But when you stop and think about it, there have been flower children and hippies throughout time. Jesus was a hippie. All right, let's just say it. Jesus was a hippie. All right, I mean, so if you really want to go back, the roots go back way back there. Okay, if those are your beliefs. If not, Buddha was basically a flower child. Just all these different religions that come out, all of them preaching the same thing: love, kindness, understanding, compassion. And sometimes the religions get radicalized, and I'm not pointing out any specific one because a lot of them do. But when we stop and think about it, just really think about the fact that some of the people that we revere and that we put our faith into were really kind of hippies or flower children. So I would say that Buddha would have been a flower child and Jesus would have been a hippie. But they were about community. They were about, love and kindness and all these things. And I think we can learn a lot from them. Now, interestingly enough, this is about the cornflower. Despite its sweet taste and appearance, on a metaphysical level, borage is a warrior plant, fostering courage, strength, and confidence. So my new thing that I'm learning about right now, and I need to find some more reading material on it, is a Zen warrior. And I talked about at the beginning, a Zen warrior is a person who can find that peace, compassion, understanding, and love towards others, but is not afraid to stand up for what is right. So in a way, a Zen warrior is kind of hippie, right? But I do like to stand up for what's right. Sometimes I think my father always worries because he's worried it's going to get me hurt. And I worry about that too because I ain't getting any younger. But unfortunately, my beliefs are also not getting any quieter. So the last one, the last one for today's journey. Psychedelic. Wisdom from the fairy folk. Wisdom from the fairy folk. And I can say it, all right, because this is metaphysical hour. I have a fairy. Her name is Poppy, and I love her. And I know people are like, what? Why are you sharing that? You're insane. I don't care what you believe. You can believe what you want to believe. Allow me to believe what I want to believe. I believe in angels, and some people believe that fairies are just nature angels. Not denominational, not attached to religion, just little keepers and elementals of the earth. You know, those little tinkles of light that you see out of the corner of your eye when you're walking at night, and you're like, whoa, what's that? When you respect nature and you love nature, you will probably be kissed in a very angelic way by a fairy or a nature angel, however you want to look at them. So, you know, like I always tell people, until you can prove to me that it doesn't exist, why not believe in it? Why not? We don't know. How many cool things are we missing because society has told us they don't exist? I also love the hell out of this card. I mean, talk about some colors there. So, psychedelic. The psychedelic unicorn encourages you to explore the wisdom and enchantment of the ancient fairy race. Tap into the magic and mystery of the natural world and start spending more time with trees, plants, and nature. Dreams and visions hold great importance at this time, and some might think you are away with the fairies. However, this is a very significant period in your life when brilliant ideas are marinating and gaining power before they manifest. Enjoy this altered state of consciousness as you allow clever concepts and images to flow. Okay, let me try that again because that did not flow. Enjoy this altered state of consciousness as you allow clever concepts and images to flow. This card also suggests that the fairy folk can be petitioned for assistance as long as your aim is pure and you are respectful. In times past, this astral race, known as this... Okay, I'm probably going to butcher these because the Celtic language gets away from me. They're known as the Fae, or I'm just going to spell it, S-I-D-H-E. So I don't want to butcher that because I know even though it looks like this, it probably does not sound like it. So, anyways, known as those in the Celtic Isles, often led humans to herbal or natural remedies for illness or emotional maladies. Even in modern times, nature spirit fairies, the guardians of plants and trees, may work with you to find a botanical cure through visualization and through collaboration. All you need to do is ask. And I'm going to warn you, you better be kind to nature, because if you aren't, they can get pissed, and you do not want to piss off a fairy. That's all I know. You do not want to piss off a fairy. There, throughout the ages, people who have noted fairies have noted that they're very mischievous, very spiteful, very this, that, or the other. And if you do encounter one like that, you might want to consider how you're treating nature. So, you know, be kind. Be kind, be nice, be all the things. So anyways, that's that. I know, just like that. That's that. We're done. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me in Oracle Hour, and just kind of keeping an open mind about the things I think about and the things that run through my head. I know that when all of us find the right person in our life, that we will find they won't care. They won't care. My mother was a very, very devoted Catholic. My father is not religious at all. We talked about this. I told him, I said, you know, I always tell people when they ask me what you believe, that depending on the day, you're an agnostic or an atheist. So, you know, and I know some people say, you can't be both, you can be one or the other. But, you know, people bounce back and forth between whether there's a higher power or not. And some days you're just like, nope. And then other days you're like, maybe, but I'm not into religion. But they found their way. So, you know, their beliefs did not get in their way of their love. And that's how we know what true love is. And I know I keep, you know, putting my parents on this pedestal, but that's how we know what true love is. Because no matter what our thoughts are, no matter what we might think, we support that person. We support that person in what they think. You know, your friends may look at your person like they got 50 heads and say, hey, you know what? This person's as normal as beans, all right? But this is just what they believe. And, you know, don't knock it. Don't knock it. You might be missing out on some wonderful things because you're worried about someone else's beliefs. You know, I mean, if they're bad, then yeah, run. But I mean, for the most part, we all know what we're talking about. We know that there's good in people. And that's what we want to search for. Not the outside, but the inside. The outside's always going to change. We do not stay the same on the outside. Whether you this way or that way, we all change. Whether you stop coloring your hair or no, I haven't. You can see my grays. I know. Been doing that since I was about 30. So every single one has been earned. But no matter what route we choose to go, just keep an open mind with people. Keep an open heart. You know, follow your spidey instincts. Follow your passions and follow your dreams, because you never know where those are going to lead you, and they might lead you to the person that is meant for you. And you know, remember, ask your friends for help, ask your people, your family for help. It's not always about financial support. Sometimes it's just somebody there to listen, to be open to what it is that you have to say without judgment, even if you don't agree with somebody. Oh, my dad is still on. I don't believe there is a God. Okay, so he's an atheist today. But unless he believes there's a higher power, in which case there is an agnostic. I don't know. Stop confusing me, man. But anyways, no, that's why I used my parents as an example, because they were two very different people. They had two very different upbringings. They had two very different religious upbringings. One which pushed my father away from the church, and my mom, who always stayed very in tune to her faith. But that doesn't make one more better than the other. It doesn't make one less than the other. They just accepted each other for who they were. And when we do that, that's when we find the magic in things. That's when we find the beauty in possibility. So again, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Trust your path. Trust your journey. Even the painful parts, trust it. Because, like I said, when we run at our pain and we run at our fear, we're taking the upper hand. We're in control. So you don't want to be tackled by those things. Because, like I said, when you lose the upper hand, it can be very hard to come back from that. And it can take a lot of work. I have experienced both sides. I have had to do a lot of work to get where I'm at today, because I kept running from the things that I didn't want to think about, the things that hurt me, the things that scared me. And now I just realize I have to run at them. You know, my father has instilled in me his desire to still see me right and to publish something. So I need to face that fear and just put it out there. You know, just find the right group of people to you know, go through your work and just believe. And even if nothing happens, you know you tried. And that's the most important part. So again, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Have a great and safe weekend. I'll see everybody back here Monday for whatever topic Monday is going to be. I still haven't decided if it's Mental Health Monday, Mindful Monday, or Monday Thoughts, whatever. It's Monday, okay? It's the beginning of the week. I'll see everybody back here for that. All right. I hope everybody has a great, great day and a great, great weekend. Please take care of yourselves. Practice your self-care. Learn to trust. Learn to open up. Learn to ask people for help. It is not a bad thing. And, you know, learn to look at the world with less negative eyes. I'm really trying to do that. That's really a message for myself, but I'm sharing it with everybody. So sometimes we put the light in the world because we know the world needs to have that light placed into it. Doesn't mean we're not going to be angry or lose our shit or be anything else. But if you're going to be mad about something, be mad about something legitimate. You know, maybe something somebody has done to you, and then move through the feeling, move past it, and figure out how you can resolve it. All right. Have a great, great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a magical next 3 days.